Start, sir.
Yeah, please, we can start. Yeah.
Thank you. A very good morning to each one of you. On behalf of Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, we welcome you all for this exclusive webinar on immersive marketing with Snapchat. This is quite an exclusive subject to our members, and this is organized under the aegis of Industry Institute Interface and Edutech Expert Committee of the Chamber. The Chamber acknowledges and thanks Ms. Gayathri Shri, who is the Snap AR Ambassador, for accepting our invitation to address at this webinar. Thank you very much, Gayathri, for your support in this initiative. We also welcome Dr. Devarajan, our President of BCIC and Senior Vice President of TVS Motor Company. We also have Mr. Rabindra Sir, who is the leader of 𝙊𝙛𝙛𝙚𝙬 and Edutech Expert Committee and CEO of Indian Register of Shipping. Welcome all the participants for this session once again. The Chamber acknowledges the support of its annual sponsors, our member organizations, Messrs. Brigade, Bueller, Fundamax, IAMPL, MTR, Ramaya Institute of Management, SDMIMD, Sona Group of Companies, TVS Motor, and Vishwas Group for their immense support in the activities of the Chamber. Thanks once again to all the participants for joining on a Saturday morning session. Now I'd like to request Dr. Devarajan to say a few words about the subject. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you and good morning to everyone. Thank you, Gayathri. Thank you, Rabindra Sir, for this day. I think this is the 150th program, and all kudos to Roopa and team, because you have 150 programs in a year. It's a fantastic achievement, in fact. Okay, and today's subject I think is very, very important, because I'm also from automobile industry, and marketing in terms of touch and feel, which is very, very important in terms of getting the conviction of the customer. And in going to the IT world, I think Snapchat and making into a virtual linkages, it's going to be a huge change in terms of the benefit for the customer, I feel. It's a new subject for me also and for our team. And we definitely like to listen from Gayathri in terms of how we can take it and how we can publish it more and make this happen. But I always feel that when you're open so much, how is the safety of it? How is the precaution we should take? Because it will be open for many people to intrude into the especially on the visual aspects of it. That's one portion which I think we were also discussing in our TVS Motor, that what are the other safety aspects. But the opportunity is so high, and the actual virtual experience of near real, it's going to be the change which I feel Snapchat and AI will make a difference. And definitely in terms of the other areas in which we can explore further. And for the information of all the members, we have got 850 members in our team in BCIC. 850 touching 1,000 now. And we have 28 expert committees. All the areas, finance, marketing, manufacturing, ESR, and other areas. So AI is applicable in all the areas. So that's the reason why I think Rabindra has chosen this, not only for marketing, it's for other areas too. And how we can explore is one area probably we can think, and we can probably have all the expert committee chair to come in another meeting and go through how we can be expanded further. So I think with this, I really thank everyone participating today, and I hope it will be a fantastic learning experience for all of us. And thank you, Rabindra, thank you, Roopa, and thank you, Gayathri, for accepting to address all of us to bring the new technology to everyone in BCIC. Thank you very much, and I'll be muted because I'm traveling here in Bangalore, so being Saturday. So, but I'm definitely listening and learning from you. And in case I drop out, I definitely look at the video. And in fact, for all the members of who are participating today, all the 150 programs are in YouTube, in BCIC. So I request all of you, if you are not a member of BCIC, to be in touch with Roopa at bcic.in. If you can share your address on the chat box, Roopa, so that everyone, if please participate, please share this. Our intention is to have more communication, more sharing, more because the technology in all the areas are changing, and how we can share and be in league to take India forward. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate Rabindra's initiative, and he has a wealth of information himself. I think we can definitely, and like this, we have many expert committee chair from Toyota, Volvo, Bosch, TVS, all the companies, and including the education institutions we have. I think it will be a fantastic opportunity for all of us to share, work together, and be a part of BCIC. And we have a theme is Nama Karnataka Gateway for Future India, and we should act now. So that is the area where the urgency is there and requirements are there. So thank you once again to all of you to participate on a Saturday, and we can expect more and more programs. And we have programs on CSR. We have a leadership awards, women leadership awards coming in very shortly in the next 2 months, and we have a golf tournament in the month of June, and we have so many things lined up for the entire next 3-4 months to see how we can take Karnataka and India forward. So thank you once again, and over to you, Rabindra, for taking it forward. Thank you, Gayathri. Thank you, Roopa. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Devarajan sir, for your valuable insight, and thank you, Roopa, for initiating this session. So I'll just say a couple of words. This is a very hand-picked topic we have picked up: immersive marketing with Snapchat. So immersive is nowadays, whether internal customer or external customer, is very, very important how we do the business and how we learn and connect with the social media. So today we have Gayathri, who is the ambassador of Snap in India, to talk about her. I happened to meet her in a conference in Delhi. The way the wealth of knowledge and the kind of level of information she has got, the way she connect and share passionately with the audience is amazing. On the spot, I've decided I'll request her to conduct a session in BCI for the larger forum to connect in the Karnataka and Bangalore from the part of India. Thank you so much, Gayathri, ordering us to share your knowledge and your passion on this subject. To talk about Gayathri, Gayathri brings more than a decade of experience in this area. She has been working in the augmented reality. She has been working as software developer also, and doing a lot of freelancing work and sharing a lot of knowledges in the ecosystem of community. And she is also a Spark AR creator for Meta, featured in Live Mint, TechCrunch, Indian Express, Wow, Japan, and so many amazing experience. And then today we are going to learn primarily three things: is that how Snapchat plays a key role in evolution of marketing in India. Second is learn to promote your business branding through immersive technology, immersive experience, and engage our clients with immersive reality through fun way of talking. Once again, Gayathri, thank you so much. Before I hand over to you, I request all the participants to stay mute. If you have got any questions, etc., please post into the chat box. Write in the chat box, and toward the end of the session, I will take her with the Gayathri to answer those questions. Thank you so much. Over to you, Gayathri. All is yours.
Thank you, sir. Actually, sir said a lot about me. So first of all, morning to all because it's early. And myself, Gayathri Shri, I'm a Snapaya ambassador. So that is not my only qualification. I just came across between aspiring creators to the people who doesn't know what is AR, and people who knows well versed with AR, and people who are experiencing with AR, and people who are researching with AR. So augmented reality is completely different zone for me because I'm traveling from this side to that side easily. So I'm a traveling, wandering person between the two people. So if you came to me and asked me, okay, Gayathri, I'm an industrialist. Tell me, why should I trust your words? So myself, Gayathri, have been working with more than 70 plus brands globally and created 200 plus lenses with the active campaign of per day achievement of 150 million impressions for a campaign. So this is my recent achievement. So I can't teach you, but I can share you my knowledge, and I can tell what the Indian market now needs, because the global market getting evolved. So now it's time for Indian market to just get level up, because for entertainment industry, we are implementing AI vice versa, and it is success. And the education industry for playthings, it is success. But coming up to the industrialism, we just want to implement it on motor vehicles and everyday needs and everything. Because for brand awareness, for industry awareness, for the product awareness, we are creating lot of engaging lenses. But still, the market is not so big, because many industries are not yet open their minds to getting involved. So just take this session as one of the insights, and I'll tell you what the potential we got in Snapchat and what augmented reality technology will do. First, I'll take you to a brief knowledge on what is augmented reality. Just simple. In your real world, you can place your virtual avatar. You can watch it through your phone. This is augmented reality, because at the beginning, people have time to read newspaper. Now we all have video news and video ads, but till we have skip ad button. But we industry need message carrying person for our brands. So for that, let me introduce you guys to augmented reality of Snapchat, and I'll take you to the session. Any doubts, any comments, just ping on chat. I'll reply you. Meanwhile, I'll ask you guys some questions. Kindly reply in chat box, because we'll keep it just engaging. Okay, and let me know, is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah. So, hello everyone, welcome to the first stage of our first session, Immersive Marketing with Snapchat, and how e-commerce evolving with immersive technology. Actually, commerce is completely different. Wait, I think I muted my camera. Am I? Yes.
Yeah, can you just press the button height so that there is a screen is blocked at the bottom, center bottom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So first, let me get you to a common thing. First, commerce. Commerce is like a traditional trading method. We give something and then get something. Now it is on money. E-commerce is the biggest evolution, where we evolved from a traditional physical marketing to virtual marketing. Like we can go through an app and everything. But the little dissatisfaction between the shopping experience, or a little minus point in shopping experience. What? How it look like in my place, how it will be filled in my place, how much in size, what fabric it is used, how will it work, how it will be in a real time experience. For example, since it is India, many ladies used to buy saris. Even if they go to the sari shop, the lighting will be golden purplish or golden palish light. So over that light, everything will be gleamy and glittery. But when they took it outside in the real white light of sunlight, the color will be different, the look and feel will be completely different. So they'll get little bit disappointed. So to match that bridge, Sari is just an example, don't take it as a real one. To match that bridge, we bring AR into this. And you can see here why I suggest Snap AR for global e-commerce evaluation in immersive technology, because we all need audience. But in Snapchat, we have 800 million active users monthly in India, and over that 90% of people are between 13 to 24-year old, and 75% people are between 13 to 34-year-old population. It is mentioned in 25 countries, but over this ideation, 200 million active monthly users are in India, and 150 million active users are using daily Snapchat, and over there they are engaging with branded lenses. They are getting to know who you are daily. The 150 million users are getting to know about you each day. And here it is. Why, you may ask me, okay, why are you suggesting me this? I can make some colorful ads, I can give some coupons, I can bring them engaged. But now Gen Zs are completely different. This generation, Gen Zs are completely very reserved, and as well as they don't want to engage with lot of environmental activities. They are so reserved in front of their mobiles and everything. And among that, nearly 60% feels that, okay, being alone and being I'm able to speak or being I'm able to express is a good thing which I need. So now they're different from millennials and Gen X. Gen Z is significantly more, very, very important to express themselves. For that, if we are giving a content, like I'm a drinking brand, like any soft drink, I'm a drinking brand. If I'm giving them a feel like, okay, just give an expression like drink. If they're giving an expression like drink, after that I'm giving a cap. Okay, champ, you did something awesome. They'll like it. This will engage because potentially there is no need to be traditional in at present technological level. Experiment, do interactivity, give some space to them, and give some fun elements. Okay, here it is what I mentioned. So for Gen Z, so actively seeking 80%, 88% of them are focusing on some space to escape from the pressure of expectation because they are getting a lot of pressure. Even just think if you are searching for a sofa, you will be swiping, 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 but you don't get what you're satisfied for. Or if a person wanted to engage with the brand, they will think, okay, what is new and how to just get engaged. But when you are making the environmental a free space to smile, they will get to know you automatically. And here it is why I used Snapchat. So in Snapchat, we had a research that we took people around 60 who had a little stress and depression problems, who are all having that in a like getting a treatment. But we happened to give them, we just made it purposely. We gave them 10 funny lenses to play for just half an hour. After that, they again took them for counseling and they got proved that 60% of their stress and depression has been reduced by economic times. If you want, I can also share you that screen image afterwards through the newspaper. The economic time research shows that, okay, after using Snapchat, the funny lenses, they got themselves freed from the pressure of themselves. It is not pressure from the environment, pressure from family, pressure from everyone. They got free from their pressure, open themselves. Because in Snap, for the Gen Z especially, we use open-minded content, we use happy content, we use connected content. You can play with your friends. If you're a painting company, like we have a lot of paints, I can make two friends and throw paint to one another themselves, and they can feel themselves colored playfully. So it is playful and creative. And for brands. So till now, I talked about the customers. Now it's for brands. Why I'm suggesting this to brands? First, you can meet people where they are. There's no need for posters. There's no need for ads to skip that ad. There's no need to be going to be on a slider ads or something. The playful content, which is keeping it light, not a very complicated element or anything. Just think like you're some candy. Yes, you're a candy brand. If I'm making a candy flow from upside, I'm making a kid to catch the candy. I'm giving a scoreboard. If you are on a high scoreboard, take a screenshot and share it with the hashtag. We'll give you a prize reward. So that will engage them. If they can skip the 15 seconds ad, they can't skip playing 7 minutes game because we ran the campaign research personally. So for video, they skipped in 15 seconds, but for game, for 7 minutes, they continuously played. It's not only for I work with Cadbury, I also work with Apple to get the user connect with their charging plug on iPhone Pro. So you can see Basu C in a Snap because I created that recently. And I have worked with the Cadbury cookies as well as with Pedigree one. So they can play with their pet animal. So while it is on game and light, people are ready to engage themselves more than 7 minutes. And while we ask them to share, they are accepting it and they are sharing it. And now our one message is carried out by another 100 people. While the 100 people are trying, they are the message carriers of million people. So by that only, in 3 days, we achieved over 100 million impressions through this game. So what is needed for this generation is on yellow side, and what our mindset is on black side. So I'm not mentioning everybody, but most of them. Till now I'm facing because I'm working with more than 2 entertainment medias in Chennai. They are globally well known. One is Z Enterprises, another one is Star Vijay. First, the communication. They are prioritizing the efficiency of emotion. They are very functional. Like since you know about the serials, they want to create, okay, let's bring the serial artists in there and we can make a post of them and say we can take a selfie with them. But what we done is completely different. The creative element, no need. Just make it as a shuffling ball and say, okay, which character suits you? That one engage the users very much. So for the brand activation and for the awareness, this works well. So the visual communication. The one thing, even from the beginning as a kid, we all used to see, touch, smell, and sense. Then only it will fulfill us. So on that kind, on the visual communication, over 7 over 10 were satisfied with using brand content in augmented reality version because they can see, they can experience. If it is a petrol company, I can make a mascot of them. You know, Indian Oil has a mascot of rhinoceros, right? I can make a mascot of them and I can just make it as a dance and I can say, hello, buddy, how are you? Did you fuel your bike? Just come. I can make it up. I can give you a coupon. Show this to them. So that mascot will show you a unique coupon. You can just scratch it. You can use it on your Paytm or GPay, whatever it is. And you can use it when you're going to put a oil or something. So that way, no one can imagine that, okay, a petrol company can engage to AR to get the coupon and get a lot of customers. Isn't it nice? So next, how AR allows brands to connect with Gen Zs on a closer level, because nearly 2 in 3 people are likely pay attention to the AR incorporated brand in fashion, clothing, entertainment, education, and vacations and tourism. Because before you buy is one of the betterment of after COVID, post COVID. Before you buy is so nice. Like not only Dior, we have Decathlon, we have then Puma, we have Reebok. I have worked with all these brands on the try-ons. So all the try-on experience were awesomely huge success. Like 73% of Gen Zs were accepted. These kind of personal experience give them feel to touch with the brands because they can try the new edition, they can mix and match the color, they can create a new version if they want. If the company gives them the option like, okay, you can draw yourself whatever you want, we can customize. The customizations have been done, so it has a lot of potentials over there. Not only them, even the food brands for tortillas, for pizza mania, like they have a pizza game. For one nod, you will get a pizza base, and you will have 2 types of topping like veg or non-veg, whatever you like. You can select and you can play the game in 30 seconds of time. If you select it properly and if your pizza gets a creative new element, that company have provided a free pizza for them. While they choose it's a unique pizza, none other than it's Pizza Hut. Actually, we worked on the Pizza Hut, so this is one of the better experience where they engage customers. Okay, now I talked a lot about the each brand, but it's time to brands to adapt a new form. Whatever I say, but staying relevant is the main thing for the brands because Gen Z want to connect with creative and visual ways, but brands need to take this next generation with their authentic ideation. You may ask me, what you're saying? You say it is traditional to creative, you jumped on. Why you're saying authentic relevation? That's true. We are explaining you to take the new creative way, but I'm not asking you to completely demolish the tradition. For example, do you think that Santa Claus dress is really red and white? It's actually not. Santa Claus dresses really white. But after a camping of Coca-Cola, they just dressed the Santa with red and white. But that was really captivated by all the users. Now the color of Santa, everybody knows globally, it's red and white. This is the true thing how the Santa got his color dress. But do you know, did someone knows that this is a campaign they impact? But yes, it is. So some kind of thing. We don't need to change the font types. We don't need to change the color themes. We don't need to change the storyline of our brand. We don't need to change who we are and what we are. The thing is how we are going to express to the people who we are and what we are as the empower of this playful expression. So commerce. So here I already told you, it's from traditional to immersive. Sticking to familiar, that is take your trolley, go to the sections, pick it up, go to the trial room, try it on. If it fits, get it. If it doesn't fit, throw it. But on immersiveness. Before you buy, whatever it is, if it is a crop top or central gown, track pants or sweatpants, or sweatshirts or t-shirts, before you buy, you can try it on yourself, completely wear it, choose it, select the colors by swiping your hands on the phone. Just a gesture through your phone is enough to select your colors, select your models, and select your designs. You want V-cut, U-cut, up-cut, turtleneck, whatever it is. It is up to your choice. Whether you want a sweatshirt with stripes or a solids, or whether with a georgette, or whether it's a clip-on, you can select it by yourself. You want a pastel color themes, or you want a dark color themes, or you want a glow color themes. Just swipe it up, select it, and once done, take a screenshot, share it with your consumer market. They will get it done to your house. So this is the evolution which I'm talking about, which is on yellow side. So here it is. 95% of Gen Zs are now interested in AR shopping. As I told you, it's no need to be a wearable things, even a showcaseable things before them. Okay, this is the color we have. You can see here, Nike has two options of colors here, and as well as Prada has. In that thing, that handbag is the virtual element. If you can swipe their hands to left, the handbag will change its type. On Snapchat, brands can lean into AR to help Gen Z engage in more immersive experience. You can ask me, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So what is the end result for me? For each AR lenses, after they are using, you can make them as a customer. How it is means we have call to action options. If they want something, if it is a lens cut brand, if they're selecting the glasses, if they like some glasses, we'll show them the button shop now. Over the shop now, it will redirect the user to your website or an app link where they can just simply click it and buy it and add to the cart, and it will be settled on. And the personalization is also an add-on for that. So what Indian consumers and brand experts from AR? So this disconnect, as I told you, how the connectivity is just disconnected. Loyalty builders having a purpose. So in AR, 89% of brands who AR is proved to be loyal in their customer service because they show what they will give. They will just giving them in a real light and real life experience. Like, okay, we are giving this, we are giving you in this color, we are giving this in new pattern. So this creates the loyalty. Having purpose, 92% of consumer believes AR has potential to help the environment by reducing the returns because they are getting what they needed, not what they saw. They just experience themselves on themselves and they just get to know what they're getting with all the information, product details in the real world. If it is a bench, they can keep it in their room with the actual size and see whether, okay, this color suits our wall light, this color suits our wall color, and this size suits our table on the bench corners, and this chair suits or not. After getting to know their needs, they are buying with us. So the return rates are reduced by using AR. So how AR evolved rapidly. By 2025, we are expecting 50% of Indian population will frequently be AI users. So you can see how they are improvising. So you can see the generations and how the generations are getting used to it. So this is a basic users between 13 years to 69 years who uses social media daily. This is not a stats of people using social media on monthly, it is daily. So this is one of the stats which proves by 2021 to 2025, you can see how much each years and each generations are using. So how the AR revolution has happened. So as I already told you, from playfulness, from virtual try-on, and what else AR can improve in life, that actually that searching is getting part of revolution. So understanding and surpassing the accelerating strategies for engaging AR is huge. In movie, we create a posters to tell stories like, hey, I'm involving in this movie and see who I'm there. That one from their favorite actor or actress engage with the audience crazily. And even they can create a content like, okay, look alike me. I can look alike face of any Indian actors or actor, or global famous Sharma or anyone. So they'll be like, wow, I'm looking like him. Okay, do some better content for this movie. So you are looking like me, do some better content for movie. A better content maker will have a chance to have a dinner with me. That one statement is enough to trigger them. It is not only for a movie. Any brand who's cooperating with the movie, like they can be a food industry or motor industry or any needle industry or surgical industry, any kind of industry who is being a brand partner, they can use this method to engage with the people and to deliver their brands into this industry. The AI revolution. As I told you, 79% of brands proves and thinks that fun is the main reason of consumers using AI. But 56% of the consumers says fun is the reason for the use of AI. Because brands think, okay, it is just funny. What is the use? But the consumer says, yeah, the fun is needed to work with AI. So here it is. So shopping is consumers' reason for use AI, is it? Actually, they want engagement. Shopping is not the only reason. They want some engagement to trust the brand, to trust the product, to get it now. And you can ask me boldly, what do you think? What you're saying? Do you think now the customers are not having a loyalty over us? I'm not saying that. They have that. Because of that only, you're saying that they are your customers, not someone else, like a passerbys or anything. The loyalty built by brands will stick the customers to the brands. So now we are just connecting with them differently to give them a betterment, easier way to be more engaged with your own brand. And here is a virtual trial expansion. So I talked about a lot of brands, a lot of experience, but you can see here the duster. It's actually a virtual car which is placed in the real road. Because before by the customer can see how speed it is, how the sound of the accelerator it is, how the car wheels are looking, whether it has a alloy wheel mention or normal wheel mention, how is the suspensions, how the engine works and everything. And 90% of customers who is getting motor vehicles before try and who can visualize it before, we're saying, wow, it is awesome and I'm fully satisfied because I work with Nixon, I work with Hyundai, and I also work with Nissan. So everybody says, wow, it satisfied us. So alongside with virtual ones and AR tools and trials, exploring this world is important. That's why I say tourism environment is very much needed. And for mental health purpose, like connecting with others and improving themselves is needed. So this is the stats of consumers' interest in AR than other brands who are just giving them their products over some traditional methods. And even in AR, you can see here that learning in an immersive way, scanning product info, map for navigation, AR instructions, entertainment and concerts, traveling and exploring the world, AR events. So these are the industries where at present dominating the market with AR. So this use case stats will help you a lot. So delivering the fundamentals of consumer lifestyle. So we are giving them the awareness, we are considering their needs, we are converting them for what they need, and we are getting their loyalty back. It is a cycle. It will happen round and round, round and round. So this is how the customers are staying with us. The awareness, over 8 in 10 people accept that AR awareness are very high than in any media or TV or social media. You can see the stats here, like over that we have 500, 339 we're accepting, okay, we're getting more engaged with AR here. And what they want, the realistic look. As I already told you, in your room, if I'm giving a table in a real size, you will keep it up here. If I'm giving any teak wood or maple wood or any kind of sandalwood, you can visualize it and it will be in your real home. So that realism will give the trust to the customers and they will engage with the brand easily. And for try-ons, buy any accessories. Actually, you can see the picture in the picture of a woman in the screen. The jewelry, the slipper, as well as the clothing she's wearing, everything is virtual one. And conversion, we are converting what they need. And 94% of higher purchase conversion data is happened by using AR. And the loyalty is about 80% for brands and 96% of the users engagement. So Snapchat's AR ad strategy. So you can see the social media's video benchmark and the Snapchat AI lenses, because we have a lot of influencers and that content, and however you're using that micro influencers just to trigger that will give you a 1.3 3 times higher ad awareness through Snapchat AR. So here's attentive seconds of each lenses and commercials. I said, right, if you like it, you can buy it through Snapchat. So that is what we mentioned commercials here. And you can see how the AR lenses from 14 to 20 seconds are other brands, how retention they have more than how they are retaining to just check. So here is the reason why they are hesitant to invest in ad ARs and why it is because they are too expensive, they don't have creative campaigns, and it takes too long to making campaigns. But now everything is on Superflow. Like you can see how the AR is impacting and how quick it can be. If you are creating any content, the content creation time is needed. But to publish it, it will be like a 1 hour timeline. And if you want to create a campaign within an hour, everything will be over. And thank you for having me here. So this is all what I wanted to say. Now it's QA time. I'll give this time to you and you can ask me anything you have in your mind.
Thank you so much, Gayathri. I see a lot of questions. They are very, very informative, very engaging. I have received a lot of questions. Before I hand over to, I take the question, I have one question. Can you just share, you take an example of the car itself? You create the car and put the road and that create the immersive and can people feel. So yes. Can you throw light on the content creation and then how it is being published within an hour on the Snapchat? You could just throw on some light on that.
Sure, sir. Actually, how it is work is, I myself is a AR creator. I create AR content. So if you think yourself as a new car company, getting a new branded car, you want to showcase whether when you are giving people like I have created a car, you will be showcasing the interior to them separately, exterior to them separately, right? So what I'll do is I'll take that content in 3D model way. After that, I'll implement it in AR and I'll bring it to life through a mobile phone. So once it is done, we publish it. Since it's a motor car content, it will be easily published to Snap AR. So over that, I'll ask you the information like, okay, sir, just tell me what is your engine capacity, what is the heart rate, and I'll ask every information of that. And I'll put a mark of each part. Like if there's a wheel, I'll give a hotspot mark for the user. If the user click on the hotspot, they'll get to know how the wheel is made and what the metals are used. And if you have any variations, like you have anywhere 4 variations or 2 variations, like tube tires or tubeless tires, they will get to know the variations. Yeah, or if you have any differentiation on chases, I'll ask you, so do you have any chases differentiation? And I'll ask you for color codes and I'll ask you for what your company is doing. And I'll just implement it. So if I'm putting hotspot there, the user will click it in real time and see, okay, they have chases option. Okay, I can select this and select that and see how it looks like. Okay, I like it. So this is how you can engage with them.
Just a follow-up question on that. What are tools and the software are being currently used to create the content which we are talking about?
Actually, AR has a lot of different content creations. So it depends on the needs. If I say like Snapchat is the only tool, it will be a selfish code. Because I'm myself an AR creator, I must be honest. So for mobile AR, like app-based AR, Unity, Unreal is the best thing. For social AR, to get a user audience with a better environment, you can go with Meta Spark AR, Snapchat Lens Studio, and if you're out of India, you can also go with a TikTok Effect House. If you're looking like something to connect with your website, you can go with WebAR like WebAR.js, you can go with 8to-all, you can go with DevAR. So there are a lot of options inside. And even for web, we have Snapchat WebAR.
Thank you so much. Thanks for answering. Now I'll just go to a lot of appreciation I'm receiving for your nice, wonderful session. Mr. Suresh is asking, can we choose customization of product or services in the Snapchat AR platform?
Yes, of course, definitely. Because it is not like you have only white collar experience that you will be stick with the brand or anything. Like we are like recognized creators. Like you can come to us and ask like, okay, guys, I have this idea in mind. What do you think the quotation one? What do you think it will be implemented? Because I'm working with 3 brands who want 6 lenses monthly. And I have working with fashion brands who want 3 lenses monthly. They'll be creating their models and sending to me. We'll have a subcontract like, okay, I'm doing this lenses for 3 lenses per month and this is my pay. And as per for that contract we pay, or else for each product I'll pay you this much. So this is also there. Customization is there. So there are things is going on. And even if you want to create something through Snapchat and want to implement it in your own application, like your own mobile app or website, that is also possible through Camera Kit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Suresh. Hope this answer your query. I move to the next. Mr. Birand is asking, how is Snapchat AR platform relevant for FMCG, especially food industry?
Okay, actually, I'm sorry, but can you explain what is FMCG detailing?
Fast-moving consumer goods. Fast-moving consumer goods.
Okay, fast-moving consumer goods includes Cheetos or any kind of brands. Everything includes in fast-moving consumer goods, right? Like any snackable items or everything.
Like your the beautician, whatever you use for the perfume, shampoo,
the
and
brand awareness. They are the people who needs brand awareness. I'm now working with Cheetos, burritos, as well as I'm working with Chera Cheese's product, and also working with Tortilla Sombrero from Mexico. They need the customers to do what they are doing and how they are doing it, and how to engage that. I think Fanta is also one of the fast moving, right? So when Fanta created a new flavor like tomato, they created a running game. They run to create, just capture the points. But when the blue color tomato appears, they'll get plus 5 points. In this campaign, they made the consumer to guess, okay, what flavor it is. Because who will think that vegetable tomato will be in Fanta? But they did that campaign. That was a huge success for them. So for all the fast moving consumer goods, the brand awareness and product awareness, because each month or each quarter we introduce new products. So to get the awareness to consumer and engage them with and just getting their needs, like okay, we have 4 types of cheeses. Which cheese tastes you better, and how you like to combine the cheese with, whether with crackers or with pizza, or whether with cheesy with spice or cheesy with salt. So you can connect with the people in that way. So that way, AR is so useful.
Thank you, sir. Hope Mr. Virendra did ask question. Otherwise, we can unmute it. We can ask question. I move ahead. Jagadish, he's asking, please compare and contrast Snapchat and Instagram as a platform.
Okay. So first, in India, not globally, I'm comparing this for India. Snapchat, Instagram. Instagram is a video content platform. Snapchat is a camera platform. And comparatively, in Snapchat also we have Spotlight, but Spotlight is now only growing, not a grown one. But Instagram is saturized video content platform where you will get millions of impressions easily if your content can go viral and if you have a proper strategies and everything. But the quality of element which you want to show instead of video, I'll suggest you to go with Snapchat. Because in Instagram, yet we have a MB limit of 3 MB to create a lenses. If you wanted to engage your customer with high quality AR experience, I'll suggest you to go with Snapchat. But yet, you can create AR content in Snapchat. You can ask them to use that, like you can engage them. And at the end, you can ask them to take a screenshot or video recording and put a hashtag in Instagram. You can use it vice versa. And in Metaspark, also you can achieve the same, but the content size is limited, as well as you can only grab the Indian audience. That is also one of the points.
Thank you, very nice. Mr. Saad mentioned about very nice use case for all car buyers. So it's a compliments he's talking about. And then Professor Dr. Manavalam saying that wonderful progressing of this webinar. So it's compliments for you. Gayathri. Mr. Suresh is again, who is the source for the market research presented by you?
Actually, it's directly from Snapchat team, because we ambassadors have the inside views of all the market trends and all the stats, because we need to talk to the customers, right? We are not talking to the little small peoples or small consumers, because we are going to talk with brands. We need to provide them with the promising content. We need to tell them, okay, this is the achievement, you can achieve that. So these are from internal Snap team. So this is not accessible to public, it's completely private ones.
Okay, thank you. Then I see, just a minute, I see one up. Yeah, yes. Okay. So, Mr. Sadi, does Snapchat help with user guide live support to help create lenses and AR campaign?
Yes, yes, yes. We have a lot of documentation in a written format, as well as in Lens Studio, we have a hands-on templates. Like we have more than 25 templates you can use, you can mix and match before you learn. There is no need for coding experience for beginners and little intermediates. So you will be having a hands-on support. We have live office hour sessions, we have live sessions, we have pre-recorded sessions, and we have a lot of community engaged tutorials, and you will have a direct Discord support from Snapchat. Anytime any questions will be resolved, you have the support.
Oh, thanks, guys. I hope Mr. Sadi it is answered. Now, Roopa ma'am is asking question. Roopa, can you ask directly question or shall I read it out?
So please read it, sir.
Okay, ma'am, there are a couple of part on this. How to use Snapchat as marketing tool in B2B industrial business?
Okay, let's clarify impacts. Okay, so B2B business means which industry you are especially asking, because industries may differ.
You can take any. She's talking about industrial business, so you can take any example from maybe from equipment manufacturer or maybe the consumer. You can take an example.
Okay, for example, let me take you are a mobile company. You are just having an assembly team. There'll be assembly team, right? Who assembles everything. So you will be have a superior, and they'll be teaching the juniors. And but over the ground on that lay also there'll be error. You'll be having error detecting mission. Instead of that, if I'm giving a glass, wearing that over that Snap implemented, because we have actually glasses on Snapchat, and you can just visualize, and it will tell, okay, put number one screw here. If you put number one screw here, it will say, okay, it is complete. It will show a tick mark. You can go to number 2, number 3, number 4. So the visualizing and hand working thing will help them to train easily, and it will reduce the errors and mistakes. So by that, it is useful. And I can also see that risk of information security, there is no risk, because while creating Snapchat itself, you will be accepting the terms and conditions that your informations are not shared. In Snapchat also, your name and your date of birth. These are the both things which is visual to them. Even you can use vanish ghost mode where no one can see your information. Just your avatar will be there. So there is no need to worry about that. Sir, you are on mute.
There is the part 2 of her question with state examples in industrial B2 businesses with quantified impact. So if you can.
Okay, so if the error is on 25 on the regular training, it will be reduced to at least 12 or 10 by using a Snap LHR, because they will be learning in a playful manner. Just think it as a laboratory. If I'm giving a sulfuric acid to them, I'm giving any other something element. If they pour it on their hand, it will cause a major damage. It is not like a study materials, but in research labs. Instead of that, if I'm giving them some air element and asking them to mix and match and check what is the reaction takes place, because we already have the reactions map, right? So if I'm giving them and ask them to try and error, so that will reduce the damage to 5% at least. And if there are industry of high-end industrialists like creating windshields, creating aircraft materials, or creating aircraft modeling, so instead of directly taking to paperwork, then making it 3D, I can give them the Oculus and ask them to just, okay, try it out and model it directly and make it visualizing elements. If they are real estate, instead of showing them the layout, I can make them work into a 3D portal. I can take the customer into a 3D portal and show them, okay, this is your living room and this is the color of the wall paint. This is how the windows will look like. If you don't like, you can just click and change the color. If you don't like the window, just tap and change the design. And at the end result, whatever you like, you'll take a look around it. So this is how you can connect.
Thank you. I think the third part you have already answered related to the safety risk. But she has got one more fantastic question. How can we market for training and placement institute on Snapchat other than filters and etc.?
Actually, as I am a trainer myself, I never promised anyone that you'll get a standard job of Snapchat, because Snapchat, like it is similar to engineer. Thousands can learn, but only 10 qualified people get notified in this industry. Same thing, that hard work pays, and how creative you are. I'll say that it will be your strongest add-on on whatever basic certifications you have. If you tell, I'm good at 3D modeling, when you're adding, I'm good at creating 3D models which is compatible to augmented reality, this is the current trend which is required for the customer. So in that manner, AR will be a part like a innovation learning, like a skill development for training and placement, just like our self-development.
Thank you. But probably C is asked question, how this platform can be used by any institute for their training and placement.
Oh, for their training. Yeah, you can have a virtual avatar to practice your phonetics, like how their pronunciation takes place. Like if I'm telling a kid to say something, they're like, okay, like I say, or if when I'm bringing Cocomelon to say, okay, say baby, they will say baby with Cocomelon. For in my age, I had Dora Buji. For the recent age, they have Cocomelon. I feel it's different. So we can practice on phonetics, and not only phonetics. If I'm going to have some critical group meeting, like we have one meeting, right, on a selection, right, on HR department, we have critical thinking. They will be putting us under a lot of pressure to make a decision quickly. So what I can do is I can have the HR as one of the avatar. Like he will be in Hyderabad on training, or Bangalore, or anywhere. I can put him on chair opposite to me. Through the phone, I can see him. So same thing, for people who want to join from any other institute or any other places, they can join. And that place, if I'm having the critical meeting, because your mic will be activated, you will be using connected lenses, so everybody is connected. So your question is pushed up and you need to answer. So over that, it will be totally different while you're engaging with people and getting trained. Once you're settled and once you're done good, it will be help you a lot.
Thank you. So this is from the training part, but there is a hidden question in behind that, is that if we have got say for take an engineering institute, and they have got the student, they wanted to kind of placement drive, and so invite or the customer or industry to look at our engineers who are competent and come and hire them. So how this platform can be leveraged to share this information to the industry? They can come and look at the student and potential.
Okay. So, okay, let's talk about you and me. I'm a junior and you are my senior. So I created some engine which is compatible and run with sea water. So I'm saying, sir, I'm done this and done that. You don't know what I done internally, so you'll ask me for paperwork, right?
Yes.
Okay. Instead of that, if I'm able to create the whole model in AR and giving it to you, sir, and I'm having my real model aside, you saw that and you're seeing my AR content. So what will you do is you'll take your camera, overlay on my engine, so virtual engine will appear. So if you wanted to see what is the inside, whether I'm using a capacitor or oscillator, whether I'm using a reverse osmosis process, just by click, you can dismantle my engine wholly, and you can see each part which I'm using and how everything is working by skeleton view. Will that help you as a senior to me to get what I've done?
Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think whatever questions you answered, that is linked with, would like to know some actual data where Snapchat has turned around the number of the companies.
What's that? We would like to know some actual data where Snapchat has turned around the numbers for the company. That are the actual numbers. That is from Snapchat only. That is not from me. This from Snapchat.
Okay, thank you. And Professor Dr. Manavalam asking, amazing presentation is made by host with using an exceptional PPTs. Immense thanks again. Thanks, Gayathri says. Again, there is a question from again Mr. Suresh. In Snapchat AR, can the users get to create the lenses themselves? Is there any limitation to create lenses as per our requirement?
Actually, any individual can create lens because Lens Studio is completely free. You can create lenses. It is unlimited. There is no limitation. The only one limitation is your creativity. And the second limitation is you should have a better 3D modeler and 2D artists who can express yourself by their work. That is the only thing you need. We have all the templates, documentation, and Lens Studio is completely free. You can explore by your wish.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope Mr. Surya, this is answered. Mr. Rabindra is saying AR can be used to engage customer, create brand awareness, right? So he has understood.
Yes.
He's thanking you. Mr. Jagdish is asking, please share the geographical spread of Snapchat in India. One. Second, is Snapchat more rural than urban?
Actually, Snap camera is spread in India vice versa instead of it is rural or urban. You can see even in my village, if I go to a marriage, they're taking clicking a picture to create a streak. They are very crazy with Snap streak creation. So comparatively, before that it was 20/80 and 40/60, but now it's 50/50 and they are equally using it because Snap is compatible with any average Android phone, not with very basic. A good average Android phones is compatible to work on AR in Snapchat Lens. So now all the people, 50/50 people are combiningly using that.
Thanks. He had one more part. Please share the geographical spread of Snapchat in India. Is any kind? Is that is possible to share?
Actually, I'm not sure of the geographical spread of Snapchat India, but one thing you can do, if you have Snapchat, you can go to the map view. You will have a live location. If you click on that, you will see a lot of hotspots, how many users are around you, so that you can view that yourself by yourself itself.
Okay. Thanks. And Roopa is saying, anyone has got this much questions we have, and anyone wants to straight ask question, you can please unmute and ask. It is enabled by Roopa. Mr. Suresh, you wanted to speak? You can speak. You can unmute.
No, I just wanted to thank her for a fantastic presentation, and I'll be looking because it was so fast. So we want to go back to your presentation. So luckily you are available on YouTube to see according to our president, Mr. Devarajan. So we will go back. You will have more number of hits on your video now, because I'm sure a lot of people would like to go back and see what exactly you meant by that, each one of them. And till date, I have never tried Snapchat. So now, from now onwards, I promise you that I will start using Snapchat and to make use of it to the best of the abilities, even for my personal as well as professional use. So this is a commitment I want to make to Mr. Rabindra sir.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Thanks to Gayathri for nice session. And now anyone can ask, can you unmute and ask? Rabindra, you have got any questions? You can ask directly. It's a nice opportunity to talk to Gayathri. Anyone for that matter?
Yeah, thanks, Rabindra sir. And it was very informative session. And in fact, I was looking forward to FMCG industry, means how Snapchat can be used to leverage brand awareness amongst the customer through Snapchat. I haven't been using Snapchat so far. So means with the information shared by Ms. Gayathri, I can definitely try to means check Snapchat, how I can use this platform to leverage my brand amongst the customer.
Can you share about what is your brand? What food business you are?
See, we have a brand called Mom's Spices, Magical Spices, which is a brand from Jamshedpur, the industrial town in India. And it is a startup which we started in the year 2020, and almost 3 years we are in the market, and still trying conventional ways of marketing, creating brand awareness and all. So now with the insights from Ms. Gayathri, I'll try to utilize the AR platform, how I can make the brand digital and more available amongst the customer.
Thanks. Would you like to add anything, Gayathri, on the spices kind of industry?
Yeah, the food industry has. Actually, I'm putting my LinkedIn here. So any doubts, you can connect me there so we can discuss the opportunities where you can work on that for your brand.
Oh, thank you. So kind of you.
Yeah,
I
thank
see
you.
more
Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Actually,
Rabindra. Are there agencies who can develop campaigns for us?
There are many agencies as well as creators also do campaign for you guys, because I myself, Gayathri, is personally doing my brands, and as well as I have a Agriel Studios. Meanwhile, there is a Arbicon Studio as well as High-Tech Reality Studios, and alive now there are a lot of agencies whom you want to just test on, whether it is based on Chennai or if you're in Bangalore, you can go. Actually, I shared my link, LinkedIn link here. You can connect with me there.
So kind of you. Thank you.
Can I ask a question, please?
Please, Mr. Poon.
Yeah, very good morning. Thank you for your good time. And my question is, as far as your target audience is concerned, have you completely made the profiling of them?
It is like a profiling, like the content we are creating is up to the age-centric one. Because if you're creating a brand, we have three types of variations. One is active and mobility. Second one is ideal and beauty. Third one is ideal and gamified. So this one consists with age groups. While it is active and mobility, we'll focus on people between 13 to 25 years old who will run, walk, and jump to create a beautiful content. And for ideal and beautification, we focus on women-centric audience who love the elements of face elements and wearables and everything. And ideal and playful, we just play the role with all the age categories about 30, because you can just tilt your head, you can turn your head, you can open your mouth and blink your eyes. So we just give the categories by that, and it works.
Okay, thank you. Second question, the last one is, have you come across any company in the software who create software for the global market using AR to promote their software?
I haven't worked with a software company to promote software, but I just came across with Spotify, Bitcoin Elements, and Ethereum when they released it to create Ethereum, and for HCL to promote their brands, we done that AR lenses.
Okay, thank you. I guessed it so, because very difficult to reach out to the software, because software, though the word soft is there, it's the most hardest way to reach out to the customers.
Actually,
Thank
you
you
can
very
do,
much.
because for zeros and ones, we done that. Like for binary, the company called Binary, they want to promote themselves as binary. So we fully segmented the person and created a depth with the zeros and ones, which will be moving from your head to toe. So, and we kept
Sorry,
tag, right?
mine was
No,
a different. Sorry.
what I'm saying is, yeah, it says, okay, guess my name. Simple. With the lens, just guess my name and tag yourself. On this, they give a hashtag and something. Till that, they didn't give the name for this software brand. After that, only they reveal they are binary.
No,
So
I was on a
unique
different platform. I guess because it's very difficult to really shoot into the dark. Mine was very specific software for the target industries and CIOs and CISOs and things like that. Anyway, I don't think AR in this platform might help. Thank you very much.
Definitely, thank you.
Unless I'm proved wrong.
Thanks for asking, sir. Any more questions? Any more questions? So otherwise, we end the session. And from my side, Gayathri, Roopa, ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Gayathri, for a wonderful, engaging session. Very informative. I am sure that this is going to help to create the creative minds in all the participants, and later people can watch this video on YouTube. And thank you so much for your time and effort. And over to you, Roopa, ma'am.
Thank you, Gayathri, once again for this wonderful session. It's quite a new topic and it's definitely food for thought. I think many of the participants also agree. And we look forward to have many more extended sessions in the near future. We'll be in touch with you. Thank you once again for your kind support in this. And thanks to all the participants. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Gayathri. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.